President Donald Trump has ordered the release of 2,800 documents related to the 1963 assassination of John F. Kennedy, to the delight of conspiracy theorists across the globe. The U.S. Congress had ordered in 1992 that all records relating to the investigation into Kennedy's death should be open to the public, and set a final deadline of October 26, 2017. For the entire set to be released. Trump had confirmed on Saturday that he would allow for the opening of the documents, subject to the receipt of further information. Last night, the documents were finally published, although several hundred were held back after Trump yielded to pressure from the FBI and CIA. The White House said remaining records with redactions would be released on a rolling basis in the coming weeks. Journalists and enthusiasts continue to comb through the huge trove of never-seen-before documents. But here are 5 revelations unearthed so far. 2 months before Kennedy's assassination, Lee Harvey Oswald was intercepted speaking to a KGB officer in broken Russian. A document says, according to an intercepted phone call in Mexico City, Lee Oswald was at the Soviet embassy there on September 28, 1963, and spoke with the consul, Valery Vladimirovich Kostakov. This was learned when Oswald called the Soviet embassy on 1 October, identifying himself by name and speaking broken Russian, stating the above and asking the guard who answered the phone whether there was anything new concerning the telegram to Washington. Review the document here. The CIA hatched a series of bizarre plots to kill Cuban leader Fidel Castro, including a contaminated skin diving suit and exploding seashells. Castro was known to enjoy skin diving, also known as freediving. The CIA plan was to dust the inside of the suit with a fungus-producing Madeira foot, a disabling and chronic skin disease, and also contaminating the suit with tuberculosis bacilli in the breathing apparatus, a file reads. There were also discussions about preparing a boob trap spectacular seashell which would be submerged in an area where Castro often skin dived. An FBI cable reveals that a senior reporter at the Cambridge News received an anonymous call which advised he contact the American embassy in London for big news, then hung up. According to MI5, this happened 25 minutes before the president was shot. The Cambridge News reporter is described as a sound and loyal person with no security record. Read the document here. One record highlighted suggests that Dallas Police Department officer J.D. Trippett was Kennedy's true killer. This apparently comes from an alleged conversation between an informant and H. Theodore Lee, the principal of Notre Dame University. Read the document here. A memo was sent to then Attorney General Robert F. Kennedy and the FBI director of a book that would detail a romance between the pair. The book was by Frank Capale and entitled The Strange Death of Marilyn Monroe, it said. The New York office has now furnished us with a copy of this 70-page book. The book claims that Ms. Monroe's involvement with Kennedy was well known to her friends and reporters in the Hollywood area. It is alleged that there are person-to-person telephone calls, living witnesses, tape recordings and certain writings to attest the closeness of their friendship. Read the document here.